Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is the day the wheels and tires are here. So these are the front and these are the rear ones. So I got 235s, 35 R20 in the front and 275 30s ZR20s in the rear. And I got all the tools here to just jack the car up and change each one corner at a time. So it's gonna be a pretty sweaty session, but definitely worth it. I can't wait to see what they're gonna look like on the car. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so that is just the first wheel, but I have to say I'm so happy that I chose charcoal instead of black because it looks so good. And then you have the center T Sportline here, which I'm gonna have to keep. I wanted to have the original Tesla center cap, but on my wheels I can't take that apart by itself. It's all in this. Remove this centerpiece by itself, but that's all good. I'm gonna reuse these nuts and take the wheels off one at a time. So here is the setup of how I had the car situated when I removed the wheels. So I did it on the driveway, and I didn't have a low profile jack, so I had to figure out some way to get the car up and fit my little puck underneath there, and then of course jack it up with the jack. So what I did is took a couple of sheets of metal and then added two diver belt weights on top of that, and then which I rolled the car up on top of, and that made it easier to be able to fit the jack underneath. And then the rest is history, as they say. And then we just started to switch out one wheel at a time. And this is where I started to get really excited. When the first wheel was on, I could just look at the difference here between the two wheel designs and what kind of difference it makes to the overall feeling and stance of the car. So the specified Tesla pound-feet of torque for these nuts is 129. So I was really struggling with that because the shaft of the torque wrench that I had was not that long, so I had to really push it to get those the right torque in there. And I want to show you here the difference between the flush side and then you have the stock side where the wheel kind of sits inside of the car. It makes such a huge difference, these wheels. I'm so glad I went with the staggered setup because now we have the car planted in the rear end and it looks so good. Good morning guys. So this is actually the first drive with the new wheels on, and I'm just gonna pull out here and go to a park to get some cool shots of the car. But I wanted to take you with me on this first impression of what it is to drive, if I can feel any immediate differences, because the rears are now 275s, the fronts are still 235s. And I'm just gonna cruise out here. I think I can feel the steering being just a slightly bit more resistant to it, which is not a big deal at all. It doesn't bother me, but I think so. I'm pretty sure there is a little bit more resistance to the steering, but other than that, in these low speeds, not really anything different that you can tell so far. I'm gonna see when we get up to 45 to see if we can have some more road noise or something like that. Okay guys, so let's get it up to 45 or something like that. This is a 45 zone, so let's listen to the road noise. And as I can tell, these are Falcon tires too, so they're not the, I think, Continental that the original 19 has. These are Falcon tires. I read some reviews about them and everybody said, most of the reviews said that they were good tires, didn't make a lot of road noise, and they held up for a decent time. So I went with the Falcon tires. So far, I mean, I have zero complaints. It's only been 2 minutes in the car, but I love the way this car drives. For anyone saying that Teslas are not fun to drive, I just want to encourage you to go and test drive one. If you have already, then I understand maybe you're not into the electric power delivery, but for most people that I've talked to and that own Teslas, it's a fun car to drive. It's a really fun car to drive, and this doesn't drive any differently from before. But I know that the range is definitely going to be affected by the 275s in the rear. But do I care? No, because I'm gonna show you how good it looks compared to the stock 19s. There were 235s in the rear. Now when you look at this car from the rear, it has that exact appearance and stance that I was looking for when I was buying these wheels, and that I was hoping to get with these wheels. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go do some beauty shots of this Model 3 here, and I want to show you exactly the differences. So there you have it guys, those are the new set of shoes for the Model 3, and I couldn't be happier. I was thinking to maybe get lowering springs at the same time as I was installing the wheels, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to lower the car or not. And now looking at it, I feel like I want to lower it, because if I want to lower it, it's going to be by maybe half or 3/4 of an inch or something like that, and it's just not something that I'm willing to go through the hassle of doing. I think it sits pretty nicely right now. It could be, as I said, just a little bit lower, but I'm really happy with how it looks right now. And another thing I want to mention is it still goes straight, so there's no, if I take my hand off the steering wheel, you can see that it still goes straight, even though the road is pretty rough right here. So there's no issue in the alignment or balance or anything like that. No vibration at higher speeds either. So I'm really happy with this setup that I have. And if you're interested in the same setup, I'm gonna link everything down in the description. Quick mention, I am selling my 19-inch stock Tesla wheels with pretty much brand new tires. They've only been rolling for 2,500 miles, and there is not a single dent or scratch on these wheels. $1,800, local pickup here in South Florida, or I can transport in the area. I'm located in Delray Beach. I can go down to Miami or up to West Palm if needed. DM me on Instagram if you're interested. I'd rather have one of my subscribers buy it before I put it out for sale on the internet. And also, if you're looking to get a brand new Tesla, use my referral link down in the description to get 1,000 supercharger miles for free, so you can go on a free road trip once you take delivery of your Tesla, and I get 1,000 free supercharger miles as well when you use my link. I hope this was a fun video for you. It definitely was a fun video for me. I love shooting stuff like this. Let me know if you like it by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.